Hello everybody, it is Wednesday, the 17th of July, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. In last night's video we talked about the Nasdaq, um, the fact that we closed below this zone here. I mentioned yesterday that it opens up this. So looky, we're here. We're actually in the overnight market. We're going lower. We've got a gap here. Top of that gap is 78.55. So keep that in mind. Keep this gap in mind. So let's just go real quick to the volume profile. We've got this WR7 bar right here, and like I mentioned yesterday, once this one goes, it's just going to bring a lot of sellers. Looks like that's what happened. So the critical level to hold is 78.62, 78.51ish. Just remember on this profile chart, we've got that gap. So top of that gap right here is 78.60. So that 78.60 is a level that can match up. So 78.60 to 78.60 is what I'm looking at as a sort of support. We break below that. Look out below. I mean, we're going another 100 points down to 77.76, and there's even a possibility we can go to 7,700, roughly 7,700, 76.80ish, which would be the biggest volume node that I talked about in yesterday's video. There's some sort of rising wedge that we broke out of last time. I think this one looks like some sort of wedge, but somebody was mentioning it to me. I can't see it. What I can see is that we've got a nice WR7 bar right now, and it's looking like we're headed lower. This is exactly what we needed for this market, to get out of its doldrums, right? So this is, again, I think I shared this with you guys in the beginning of the week. These are levels that don't change week to week. So I generate these levels per week only. So right now we're at this pivot here at 78.89. Going above 78.89, it's bullish, and holding 78.89 is bullish. But you break this low here, this support right here, 78.67ish, then again, on this time frame, on a 30-minute chart, I think it opens up 78.11, 7800ish as the next destination. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on this time frame. I believe last time yesterday I showed you that the chart for the excuse me, let me just get rid of some stuff and I'll just share that with you shortly. I believe I showed you yesterday the chart that shows the macro chart. So where are we on the macro charts today? Right now, again, yesterday I mentioned to you guys there's 79.09 was a critical level, 78.73 right now is as a minor of the critical level that's sort of holding or not holding. We'll see what happens overnight. But again, I think we're going to 78.16. For me, at some point we'll see 78.16 in the next 24 hours. That's just my personal humble opinion, based on what I see in the profile chart, based on what I see in the volume profile chart on this Nasdaq 100. Again, if it's going to be a liquidation type of event, remember the 77.76 is a must hold level. Otherwise, we go into 76.89, another 100 point, in my view. All right. Let's take a look at the S&Ps. The S&Ps had the same kind of deal as well. You've got 77, 29.77 as a nice high volume node area where we can hold, in my view. But again, we're coming from 29.93. Let me just share my macro chart on this the S&P, and you probably would have a better view. Let me just okay, this is my macro chart. There is some levels in between, but the main level is 29.93. If we don't hold, look, if we don't hold 77.74, then we're going to 62.62. Then the must hold level is 42.60. So the first must hold level for me is 74. Then you've got another minor one at 62. Then it's 42. So if it gets ugly tomorrow, I think at some point you'll see this 42-ish. And that's about another 40 points away. We haven't seen a 50-point move in a day in a while, so can we get it tomorrow? That's possible, based on what's happening in the marketplace after with the Netflix earnings. Hope the video makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. I can also just share this. The weekly levels on the S&P, I don't think I shared that with you in the beginning of the week. Let's just take a look at that real quick. The S&Ps have broken my support. So 79, again, this thing I talked about, that 77, 74-ish. And it's, you got to use a cluster. So right now, those clusters that I see is 78, 79, 74. So plus or minus 3 points with that 74 level is the next level to watch. So as far as the upside, the flip side, you need above 99 for this thing. First above 93, but the fact that we failed at this 98 tells me this thing wants to go lower. So 42 is my next pivot. Again, in between you've got 77, 74, 62 to the 42. Hope this makes sense. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon.